Excellent. So this is our Bologna Viasatonian poet, and they will recite their epic poem. Now, we need a title for this epic poem. So go ahead and type the title into the chat. Type it in the epic poem that the poet is going to recite. What is that? Okay, we're getting some suggestions in now. Getting some suggestions. All right. Let's see. Romancing the Heart. I saw that. Romancing the Heart. Now, it just so happens that we have someone who is fluent in Bologna Viososa. So they are going to interpret for our poet. So let's send it to them. Take it away.
Yeah, hi, this is my, hi, thank you for coming to my 11th grade English class project where I present poems from around the world for my grade 4 online school, which is really hard and kind of weird, but here we are. Isn't that strange? Pause for laughter. So, in the course of my studying of poetry from around the world, I found the Bologna-Viasatonian poet of Lorgan Snorga Forsdenstern, and he's really cool, and I invited him to come via Zoom to this presentation for the conclusion of my Poetry from Around the World project, and he's going to deliver Romancing the Heart, his award-winning Bologna Viasatonian poem from 2018. It's a little old, but it's still pretty fresh. Okay, so here's the thing. As part of my Poetry from Around the World project, I had to learn Bologna Viasatonian, so I will interpret his poem for you without the use of PowerPoint. Please welcome our poet, Mr. Slogorden Forgensen. He's real happy to be here because it's 2 o'clock in the morning where he is, and he was up. I found myself constantly visiting my neighborhood pub in search of my lady fair. Every day I would make my way up the very steep hill to the pub in order to see, is she finally there? Until finally on a random Wednesday, there she was. The visage of her was beyond words, but I will try. She was beautiful, and she looked like a couple of wavy lines, but oh, how those wavy lines moved me in my heart. But sadly, the fact that I had lost my ability to speak failed me when I tried to speak to her, and I could not come up with a word to say. So instead, I leaned in really close and I tried to tell her how I really felt, because that's what my mom says is the best way to get someone to understand how you really feel. Just say it. She made me sad because she laughed. And then I realized because she had laughed that perhaps the way to her heart was through comedy. So I grabbed her very quickly, but in a consensual kind of way, and took her to the local comedy club to watch some stand up.
Unscrewed.
Turns out I didn't understand the kind of comedy, and it was an improv show, and she laughed all night at Unscrewed Theater.
Norviato una baronta.
And that was the way to her heart. The end. Thank you for indulging me in my poems from around the world.
Yay! All right. Excellent. Excellent.